You have questions? America's #1 business coach has answers. It's your Broda from Minnesota. Here's another edition of Ask Clay Anything on the Thrivetime Business Coach Radio Show.
Yes, and yes, Thrive Nation. On today's show, we are answering another question from the Thrivetime Show mailbag because we have great Thrivers out there just like you. Emailing every day to info@thrivetimeshow.com. And if we get your email and if you are a client, then we love to answer the question. So if you want your questions to be answered, all you got to do is book a ticket to an in-person workshop, and you get a year's access to all the training videos, thousands of videos, one in-person workshop, and we will answer your questions, as many of them as possible. Andrew, the question was, how do I get more things done? Clay, how do I, as a busy entrepreneur, find more time to get things done? So, Andrew, what we're going to do is I'm going to have you read off the move. We have 66 moves, I believe, we're going to try to get through here. We're going to get through 66 moves, and let's tell you what. Let's do this. Let's go through 65 moves, and let's see if we can get through all 65 moves here in the next 10 minutes.
All right, let's do it.
Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it.
Okay, read off the move. Move number 1.
Move number 1, meta time.
Meta time. What is meta time? Better go faster if you want to get all the moves in. Meta time is that time from the Greek word meta means above, or you could call it planning time, prayer time. Every single successful entrepreneur we've ever had on this show, and we ever will have on the show, takes time out daily to plan out their day. If you don't plan out your day, you simply can't win. So, well, Clay, when's your meta time? I plan my day every single day before I see a human. So every single day I wake up at 3 a.m. and I plan out my day before I see a human. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. I plan out my day at 3. I do it every day. Maybe with your business and your life, maybe you need to get up at 5. Maybe you get up at 6. But you got to take at least an hour a day, every single day, to get up and ask yourself, what are my goals for my faith, my family, my finances, my fitness, my friendship, and my fun today? What are my goals for my faith, my family, my finances, my fitness, my friendship, my fun? I'm trying to write all those down. Okay. What are my goals for my faith, my family, my finances, my fitness, my friendship, my fun today? What are those goals? You write those goals down, and you do it every day, and you shall find yourself being more productive. Then you print off your to-do list, and you print off your calendar, and you go get it done. Andrew, isn't it magical when you do that?
It's so freeing whenever you have a to-do list and have a calendar that's physical and you can touch it.
How long have you been doing that, my man?
I've been doing that for about a year and a little over a year now.
How old are you right now?
I'm 20.
And how long have you been married?
9 months.
And and you have your first rental house.
Yep, first one down.
And you and your wife now are saving what percentage of your income?
25%.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yep.
So you're doing it, man. You're living the dream.
Yep.
Stacking the cash. What's the next move, Andrew?
The next move is say no.
Yeah, your default needs to be no. You got to say no to grow. You got to say no to, I'm going to list off all the things you can say no to. Andrew, see if you can take some notes of these things.
Got it.
Obligatory events is a huge time waster. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to some networking group that doesn't actually produce leads, that would be an example. Another major time-wasting activity for just a lot of people, just huge, is obligatory relationships. Ones where it's like a guy you knew from high school and he, you just want to stay in touch, but you don't really like him. He didn't really like you. It's just we're holding on to something that never really was. It's just kind of weird. It's kind of like you broke up with her, but you're still kind of hanging out. It's weird. It's a weird vibe. It's not a good move. Another thing that people waste time on against the events, it's the people. People just waste time doing things that don't need to be done. Just crazy amounts of time, reading some theoretical book about business when you don't need to do that right now. Discussing religion. Yep. That's a huge time waster, just debating religion with people. Debating politics. It's just there are things you could do after work, but during the workday, just a huge time waster. Debating politics, debating religion, debating feelings. Debating feelings. That's a huge issue. Finally, is just overall discussing things just for the need to be heard on social media, or just social media in general. Just engaging in social media at work is primarily a waste of time for the vast majority of business owners. Say no to those things. Move number 3, Andrew.
Move number 3 is smartphone stupidity.
Your smartphone interrupts you an average of between 85 and 91 times per day, according to Psychology Today. So just turn the push notifications off, and you shall find more time freedom. Move number 4, Andrew.
Move number 4 is fully participate.
Yeah, don't be kind of on the volleyball team and kind of working out and kind of on a bowling league and kind of helping out at church and kind of just be all into things or don't do things. You want to say, hell yes, to something, or you want to say no. If you can't say, hell yes, then you want to say no. It's either you're all in or you're out. But stop just participating kind of in a bunch of things. Move number 5, Andrew.
Move number 5, do hard things.
Yeah, a lot of times we have something we need to do, and we just don't do it. So it's a continual issue. As an example, many of you have said to us, you said, hey, I wish I would have known that you guys had like the founder of Ritz-Carlton on your podcast. That'd been cool. Wish I would have known you had Ben Shapiro on the show. I wish I would have known, hey, what's a way I can find all the guests you've had? So we updated the website on the homepage to feature more of the bigger names that we've had on the podcast.
Yep.
And it took a long time to do that. It was a hard thing, but then it saved a ton of time. So that is a move. Move number 6, Andrew.
Move number 6 is stop lamenting.
Lamenting is where you go on and on talking about how bad something was or is or your feelings. I just feel so down, Andrew. I feel down. I mean, it's just like the way Bobby said what Bobby said. It's just the way he said. I didn't like the way he said what he said. I didn't like that. Then just stop lamenting. You got to move on. Stop lamenting. Just ask yourself, what can I control? Focus on what you can control and move on. I just lost my top client. Move on. I can't believe my employee quit. Move on. You got to have some really thick skin. Learn to have it if you're going to be successful as an entrepreneur. Andrew, what's the next move?
Move number 7 is learn from mentors.
Well, that deserves like 1,000,000 mega points because
That's a big one.
if you feel stuck, just ask somebody who isn't stuck. What? Yeah, if you feel stuck, just ask somebody who isn't stuck, and bam, they have all the answers. That's the value of business coaching. Move on, Andrew, the next move.
Move number 8, cut out negative people.
What if we're related? You're lamenting. You're lamenting, but we're related. You're lamenting. What do you mean I'm lamenting? Don't sit there and agonize over something. Just pull off the Band-Aid, Just cut out the cancer. Is it going to leave a mark? Yeah, because you're removing a huge tumor. You got to remove the negative folks from your life. Andrew, what is the next super move?
Move number 9 is get your inbox to 0.
That's huge. A lot of you out there, not you, but a lot of Andrew, the friends of our listeners.
Our friends, yeah.
They're operating with a full inbox,
Yep.
never caught up,
4,000 emails.
always overwhelmed,
Yep.
never really knowing what's going on, and that's not a good move. So get your inbox down to 0 every single morning, and you will find yourself getting done. And then don't check it the rest of the day. Get your inbox down to 0 in the morning. And then don't check it the rest of the day. Andrew, unless it's leads. If it's sales leads, make sure those are going to somebody who calls those leads right away. Andrew, next move.
Next move is stop arguing about religion.
I think we covered that earlier, but
Yeah,
if
we
you're out
talked
there
about that.
wanting to talk about, technically I'm actually Lutheran, I don't know, Greg, I'm actually Southern Baptist. I don't know. Don't talk about that kind of crap during the workday. It doesn't matter. Listen, there are many biblical scholars that know so much more about the Bible than I know, who have decided, you know what, Carl, if we can't agree on this, I'm going to start my own denomination. That's why there's the Southern Baptist, there's the Baptist, there's the Northern Baptist, the Western Baptist,
The Free Will Baptist.
The Free Will Baptist. There's so many kinds of Baptists. And by the way, they all claim to be the First Baptist.
Yeah.
There's always, every bank is the First Bank and the First Bank. Have you noticed that there's the First Bank
Yep.
and the First Baptist? Every town has one. But there is a bank called the Fifth Third Bank. Andrew, do you know about that bank?
I do not.
Really?
No, I've never heard of this.
Andrew, I can tell you what, buddy. I worry about you sometimes. The Fifth Third Bank is a bank in Kentucky, and we'll put a link to it. Their website is 53.com.
Oh, wow.
It is literally called the Fifth Third Bank because I think somebody over there was deciding to be funny. Andrew,
That's so good.
let's move on to the next move.
The next one we also talked about a little bit is stop arguing about politics.
Just get out of there. Hey, we should build a wall. We shouldn't build a wall. We should build a wall. Move on. Either way, you got to go sell something. If you want to be more productive at work, stop talking about politics during the workday. Next move.
Next move is focus on what you can control.
Can you repeat that again, please?
Focus on what you can control.
Are you saying I should focus on the things I can control and not the things I should not? That seems so strange. I would rather focus on things I cannot control, like the Earth's gravitational pull. Like for instance, I would, my face would look better if there was less gravitational pull on my face over time. The Earth's gravitational pull. I'd be better at basketball if I had the Earth's gravitational pull that stands in my way. So I must focus on it. No, don't focus on it. Move on. Next move.
Next move is be a lover.
What?
It's be a lover.
Andrew, what'd you just say?
I said be a lover.
Yeah, so what you want to do is you want to get some coconut butter, and you just want to, what you want to do is cue up some Kenny G, and you want to get some of that. I call it the thexophone. Some people call it the saxophone, but I call it a thexophone. And you just, no, seriously, this is what you want to do. You want to just not get into epic arguments with people. So a lot of times people that I can't stand the most, I like to treat them well on the way out. Like hug people on the way in, hug them on the way out. It's better to do it that way. If you create a whole bunch of enemies by getting into epic battles with people, you always have more things that slow you down. Next move.
Next move is work via appointment.
What did you just say?
Work via appointment.
You know, today I went out there at about 2:30, and I talked to the pool guys.
Yep.
Do you know why I talked to the pool guys about 2:30?
About 2:30 is because you had an appointment with them.
We have an appointment. We have an appointment there. My wife's going out there and happened to have one of our guests today. We had rescheduled to a different time.
Right.
So my wife's out there talking to him. And you know what she's talking to him about?
Probably the pool and the next steps.
Where the dirt's going to go.
There you go.
Because as we're doing this show, they're going to start digging this big hole here. When we get out of the studio today, there'll probably be a huge hole out there.
I'm excited.
And what's going to happen is that dirt, it has to go somewhere. And Andrew, you know, the dirt could be moved into the woods.
Yeah.
I could put it in the field.
Yeah. The
I
creek.
could put it up front.
Yeah.
I could do a lot of things with it, right? So they needed to know where it goes. We told them we would know today by 2:30, and lo and behold, today at 2:30, my wife told them that is a move. But if I said, I'll call you back, could you call me? Could you call me back? I'll circle back. You text me, I'll text you. Let's get in touch. You call me, I'll call you around tomorrow at 10. The game of phone tag is a really stupid game that creates a lot of wasted time. So stop wasting time playing phone tag. Next move, Andrew.
Next move is create one inbox.
What did you just say?
Create one inbox.
Okay, you got 18 sales reps. What if you had one inbox for all the sales reps? That way all the leads get responded to right away. Elephant in the room. Have you noticed, Andrew, we have one inbox for all customer service issues?
Yeah, one email.
Why?
Because if one person's gone and someone
on
gets an
vacation,
email,
maybe.
Yeah, if someone's on vacation and they get an email from somebody, or if it's a lead, or if someone is trying to reach them and they're gone, then they're not going to get in touch with them for a week.
Were you in the meeting today where I was working with an unnamed client?
Yep.
Where I was teaching them about why to have one email? Did you see that?
Yep.
And have you ever been in a meeting where I've taught that?
I have not. I've heard you talk about it, but never been in a meeting.
You got to have one inbox if you can. If you're like a chiropractor or dentist, doctor, lawyer, physical trainer, basketball coach, the best thing you can do is have one email for the whole company. And that way, if, let's say Greg is out of town, then Carl can check the inbox. But you always know that the inbox is being responded to promptly because there's one email for the whole company.
Yep.
Andrew, what is the next move?
Next move is get it done no matter what.
What did you just say?
I said get it done no matter what.
Yeah, a lot of times people have a bunch of half-done things, and you want to be known as a finisher, a doer, a getter-doner. And if you're the kind of person that starts and stops projects all the time or lets them drift, it just creates a sense of non-momentum. It's demotivating. There's a book that I have written. I'm very frustrated. Can I share my frustration?
Yeah.
I've written a book. Our team typeset the book. And now I cannot release the book.
Ah.
You know why I can't release the book?
I do not know why.
Because the person I was writing the book with kind of changed their mind on some things.
Okay.
So now I can't release the book.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It's a lot of time, though.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about, what is a way I could launch the book?
Mm-hmm.
But I can't launch the book because there's certain circumstances where the other person changed their mind on some things.
Right.
And now I can't launch the book. I already wrote the book. Typeset the book. That's hundreds of hours. I just want to put it up there, get it done. Come on, let's go. It just, and it lingers. I'm like, oh, the book. I want to push, I want to make the, and I can't yet. And that creates that kind of frustration when you just can't say, done. Check the box, done, boom. But so you want to be able to get things done, get them done, work them to completion. Andrew, what's the next move?
Move 17 is fire unhappy people.
Well, that's a good move. Unhappy
positive.
people, as a general rule, are unhappy people all the time. And they come to work they bring the doom cloud with them, and you could have a bunch of trainings, a bunch of leadership meetings, a bunch of, motivational events, but they're just going to always freaking mope. They got the mope face. Have you seen the mope face?
I have seen the mope face.
God, we had a guy in our office, and I always try to share stories that are not super soon.
Yeah, far enough in the past.
Far enough in the past where we wouldn't say that's too soon.
Right.
And people couldn't guess who it is, but also not so far in the past that it's like we're talking about the 80s here, you know? But there was a guy who used to come to the office and just every day make that stupid face, that stupid, tired, poor face, that face of like, you're just, how are you? How was your weekend? Fine. Wow. So what'd you do this week? Nothing. It's depressing.
Yeah.
Unhappy people really do bring the room down. Unless you're a pastor, fire the unhappy people. I guess if you're a pastor out there, invite all the unhappy people. You probably have a captive audience.
Yeah.
Okay, continue, Andrew.
Next move is avoid discussing your feelings.
Feelings. I see this all the time. People say, I just feel like you betrayed me. You go, well, okay, here's what happened is I ordered the business cards and I forgot to tell you first. But you betrayed me. You're like, okay, dearest partner, friend, listen, the cards were $37, but you betrayed me. The betrayal. Like, dude, I will pay you back. No, and they just lament, they talk, they discuss it. It's a weird vibe. Move on, man. Keep going, Andrew.
Move number 19, use a file naming system.
You got to have a specific way that you save files. Were you not in the meeting today, Andrew? I was telling said people, unnamed people, great people, great Americans.
Great
I
people.
said, you need to have all your passwords in one place. Did you not see me do that today?
Yeah, it has so many benefits in the long run if you have all of your passwords in one spot.
Previous to business coaching, what percentage of clients do you think that you've ever interacted with, met at a workshop, seen in person, that have all their passwords in one place? They can actually find them previous to working with us.
How many did I think? I thought 50%, 50 to 60%.
How many is it, though?
It's like 10%.
In the meeting today, did we not have to take a long time to find passwords?
Yeah, it takes a long time, and if you have them all in one spot already, it eliminates all that wasted time that you could just be using to be productive.
One of my goals for my life is to spend most of my day looking for passwords. No, that's not a move. Andrew, continue.
Next move is set up call recording.
Call recording. Use a company called ClarityVoice.com. ClarityVoice.com. Clarity Voice, CLARITY, because it works. ClarityVoice.com or 8x8. It works. And Andrew, why? You see it. Why? I guess how? How do you see us use call recording on a daily basis up there at the offices?
Yeah, so we use it at the Elephant in the Room call center. We use it for multiple reasons. One, for accountability. Two, for training.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't go to the gym and work out without a mirror. It's the same concept. You have to be able to go back and listen to your calls, see what you did wrong and what you could be doing better.
Are you saying you wouldn't go work out with a man named James without a mirror? No?
You would not go to...
You're sick. I don't like your weird analogies, the innuendos. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, you have to know what's going on. You have to know what is going on. If you listen to your calls, you'll know what's going on. Right. American Express knows what's going on. They record the calls for quality assurance. American Express records the calls. Southwest Airlines records the calls. Disney records the calls. The city of Branson records the calls. I record the calls. Target puts video cameras up in that business so they can see what's going on. When you go through the self-checkout, you see yourself, but they can see you even when you can't see yourself. Target can see yourself, and that is why they know what's going on. How do you? What would happen in the words of the late great poet, musician Marvin Gaye?
Yeah.
What's going on? You got to know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, you're going to lose. How could you possibly coach a sports team without seeing the team play? or watching video.
Right.
What NFL coach wins without watching video? You've got to watch the tape, got to see the tape. Don't listen to what people say. People only respect what you inspect. People only respect what you inspect, and you can only expect what you accept. So you've got to make sure that you inspect things and don't accept mediocrity, and that is how it works. Andrew, next move.
Move 21, you have to set up GPS.
GPS, Global Positioning System. Put those on your cars. Put the little trackers on people's cars if you have employee vehicles, and that way you can track where your employees are going, how fast they're driving, and you can get rid of idiots. It saves you so much time and wasted gas. Andrew, what's the next move?
Move 22, you have to set up recorded videos.
We talked about it earlier. Get those video cameras up. And we really like to recommend this company because it works well and it's affordable. It's called Nest. The Nest cameras. You can buy them at Lowe's, Home Depot. Go there. They're maybe, $250, $300?
Yep.
Unbelievable high quality, by the way.
Not
Really, really good stuff. And use the cameras from Nest. Andrew, next move.
Next move is remove interactions with people who don't share your vision.
Yeah, quit. If you're out there and you are somebody who really, like in my case, I'm really all about helping real business owners grow their business. I don't want to create freaking quizzes. I don't want to create freaking tests. When you go watch our videos online, I don't want there to be tests and certificates and quizzes. I can't tell you how much I hate tests, certificates, and quizzes. If I'm an entrepreneur, I don't want to have to pass a stupid quiz or a test to unlock the next video. I just want to watch the freaking video. I don't want a diploma. I don't even like diplomas. If you gave me a diploma and or a certificate of anything of any kind, I don't want it. All I want is copious amounts of money and time. Andrew, have you not seen, though, what happens when someone wants quizzes? You probably weren't around then.
No, I was not around back then.
There are people that have wanted quizzes, and man, it's crazy when you're in a meeting with someone who wants quizzes, and that's what they're passionate about. And they'll say stuff like, we can't possibly be the best coaching program in the world if we don't have quizzes. Well, get off my cloud, man. You're messing with my chi. Continue, Andrew.
Step 24, stop emotionally engaging on social media.
I was on social media. It's just so terrible what people said. Can you believe it? They're going to build a wall. You got to move on. I'm going to social media here. I'm worried about it. I'm going to Facebook right now, pulling it up. And here we are. Here we are looking through it. We got somebody here. There it is. The first one. You got the first emotional post here. Yeah, I've only went through like 4 posts. We already got one emotional post. I don't need emotional posts. I don't need to see that somebody out there is going through a tough time and they want to make a post about how they feel about a wall not being built or being built. Some people love the wall that Trump wants to build. Some people hate the wall. I don't need to know. Just go vote, man. Just do what you got to do. Andrew, next move.
Next move, take a 5-minute timeout.
When you get really upset, and I got really upset. Andrew, I got upset. It's 3:16 as of the time we're recording this.
Yep.
And what time did I see you? Was it 2:30?
Yeah, it was 2:30 when we saw each other.
I think I got upset at 2:36, and I came back in here at like 2:41.
Nice.
I was mad. I won't tell you why, though. But I'm good now. I moved on.
There you go.
But I have to, you got to take 5 minutes. You say, hey, give me a moment. Let me walk out here. Let me go see some chickens. Let me go pet a turkey, see a chicken, walk around the land. Let me do some things, and I'll come right back. You just got to, but you don't want it to bother you for 5 hours.
Right.
And 5 minutes, if I'm being honest, that's kind of weak. I should get over it in like 5 seconds. I'll go see a therapist. Okay, continue, Andrew.
All right, so don't be guilted into doing anything.
Yeah, there's just a lot of this jackassery of like, because we're related, we should have them over for dinner. I probably should go to that birthday party because,
graduation.
I probably should go to that graduation. Let me reenact graduation. This is you walking into a big arena. There's 800 kids you don't know, all of which are 17, 18. They're all wearing hats that are they're like upside down hats of some kind. They have like a square top on them. They're fitting on their head, wearing clothes that don't make sense. And then they're saying, Brown, Charles Brown. And then people, that's great. Mandy Brown. Yay. Marcus Brown. And you're like, have you ever been to a graduation?
I've been to the big college stadium graduations, yeah.
How is that helpful?
It's not. It's a huge waste of time.
Can I tell you what I do at my kids' cheer events?
What do you do?
I watch them perform.
Yeah.
And the rest of it, I peace out.
Nice.
See, that saves time.
So much time.
And I could be out there in the parking lot working on other things.
Yeah.
You might say, Clay, if everyone did that, there'd be no one there. I know, and that would be a great thing. Okay, continue, Andrew.
All right, next move is stop buying things that you don't need.
Yeah, this is going out to all the boat owners out there that don't have financial freedom. This is going out there to all the lake home owners that don't have financial freedom. This is a big shout out to everybody out there that's got a timeshare, but you don't have time freedom. Oh, that's a great irony, is it not? You got a timeshare, but you don't have any time that you can share at your timeshare. So don't buy things you don't need. When you buy something you don't need, now you got to maintain it. You got to insure that boat, get a boat slip.
Yep.
You got to make the payments on the boat. Now work extra hours to pay for the boat. Stop buying things you don't need. Andrew! Ha!
Move 28, commit to simplicity.
Simplicity. I got kind of fired up there. Simplicity. Just simplicity scales and complexity fails. So stop adding features you don't need on your products. Stop adding features. Stop adding parts to your script. Stop making your scripts longer. So your sales scripts, make them more simple. Stop offering more products. Offer products that people want. Stop having 4,000 book ideas. Just write one. You get the drift. Andrew, complexity fails, but simplicity what?
Scales.
Let's try one more time. Complexity
fails,
but simplicity
scales.
Okay, continue.
So good. All right, you have to avoid chronically late people.
Yeah, people who are chronically late are they're screw ups. You know, they just can't win. And so you being around them, it's not a good thing. And now you can educate someone like, hey, I appreciate if you'd be on time. And I understand there's also certain aspects, certain things. Like, as an example, if you're an NFL coach, you can't tell your wife, I'm going to be home at 11, right? Because some games go later, some games go less. But you could say, I'll be home by midnight, or whatever time you could say. But there are certain people that are just always 45 minutes late. They just can't seem to. They wanted to get to the meeting. They did, but they had something that came up. And they wanted to call you back, but something came up. And they wanted to. And we all make mistakes occasionally, but certain people, this is all they do. They're on the occasion, as in like every day they're alive, they're late for everything.
Right.
And those people make it embarrassing to go to church. You go to church, you're late. You go to a movie, you're late. You go on a date, you're late. They just can't figure it out. And the best thing you can do is create an epic distance between you and them so that you're not going to be dysfunctional as a result of hanging around Team Jackass. Andrew, continue.
All right, so you have to turn notifications off.
Yeah, just we talked about it earlier. Don't have notifications. Just have a text message notification and a missed call. And then don't see the emails coming in every second. Don't see all the Facebook things. Don't buy into this lie. This is the thing. Here's a new fun lie for you. This is a fun lie. It's a truth mixed with a lie.
Yep.
There are a lot of people out there. I've met 2 so far this week who are going, you know, the key to really ranking high on Instagram is you got to go Instagram Live. I'm like, so you're telling me during the middle of your workday, you're going to go on Instagram Live for multiple times during the day, and you're going to say something that makes sense multiple times during the day as a way to engage with customers who then they respond live. And have you ever sold something as a result of this? And if they have, then, keep doing it. But if not, get off that thing. Andrew, back to you.
Yeah. All right. So you have to block negative people.
This is my favorite one there. I love that move. You just hit the block button on block caller. You block the email. You block Andrew, you can block emails. You can block text, block phones. You can block. You could block people out. You could change your phone entirely and just move. You could do what you got to do. But block these people from your life. They will suck your joy. No matter how much money you have, if you go on a vacation with people that you hate, you will hate your vacation. Andrew, back to you.
All right, next move is leave as soon as possible.
Oh, that's a move. Yeah, I love going to birthday parties. If it is an obligation you have to go to, it's nice to be the first one in, and you make eye contact, and you say, it is so good to see you. So good. Here's an incredible gift. I got a piece. Boom. It's a good move.
There you go.
Back to you, Andrew.
All right, so wake up 2 hours earlier.
Yeah, I think people out there, unless you're already waking up at 3, we can wake up earlier. I mean, just go to bed at 9 and wake up at 3. It's amazing how few interruptions you get at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. No one really calls me ever at 3 in the morning. It's pretty awesome. Andrew, back to you.
All right, so move number 34, you have to wear the same thing every day.
And these are super moves to get more stuff done.
Right.
Steve Jobs wore the same thing every day. Barack Obama began to do that. Mark Zuckerberg. Baseball players, they're not like, what do you guys want to wear today? I don't know. Continue, Andrew.
All right, so next is you have to automate your savings.
Automate your savings. Okay. Andrew, what did you have to do to automate your savings, and how has it helped you?
So to automate my savings, typically you would have a direct deposit form. So I took my direct deposit form and divided it up to where 25% went into my savings account and 25% went into my checking account, and that was it. That's that simple. You do that, and then you forget about it.
And you set it and forget it.
Yeah.
Now, Andrew, have you been saving money every week?
We have.
I'm not asking you how much money you have in there now, but have you noticed it's growing every week?
Yes.
When was the last time you looked at it and thought, we have a pretty decent amount of money here now?
Friday when we did our budgeting.
And you looked at it and go, wow.
Yeah.
You feeling good about it?
Oh, yeah, it was
Getting
good.
some momentum?
It was good.
Oh, it's so nice.
So good.
Now, Andrew, we have 65 moves we want to get to, but we don't have time to do it. But here's what I can do for the listeners out there.
Yep.
I've written a book called The Art of Getting Things Done, which you can buy on Amazon. It's a newer website. It's a newer one. It's called Amazon.com. You go up there, and you can buy my book, The Art of Getting Things Done. There's 65 moves that you can use. They're all cited. They all have a notable quotable. They all have a fun fact, and they teach you how to apply it. It's all in a book called The Art of Getting Things Done. But just to give us kind of a teaser, the final 2 moves I want to cover, I'd like to cover super move number 64. What's super move 64, Andrew? Are you ready?
Super move number 64
Yes,
is
are you ready?
don't keep problem employees.
You know the guy that always talks back to you, always argues, always just can't seem to figure it out, just can't seem to find the inner drive to get things done. Let him go, because you're going to spend your whole life trying to change people, and according to Dr. Z, people change seldom. Now, move 65, Andrew, another great move, an outstanding move, yes.
Move number 65 is don't promote your sexual partner.
Yeah, just because you're having sex with somebody doesn't mean you should promote them. I mean, you're like, so I was reading the vagina monologues, and I thought I should promote you. What are you doing? No. Hey, Andrew, don't laugh. Listen, Andrew, this is serious.
Yeah.
You have seen this scenario where it's like, well, based on the fact that her and I have been dating for a while, I'm going to make her my business partner. What are you doing? Don't go into it. What are you doing? That's crazy. Now, if it's your married sexual partner, maybe there's more credence to that, but you're dating somebody, and because you're getting parallel, you're going to go ahead and all of a sudden, just because you're going to get lateral, just because you're going to, do the horizontal mambo, just because you're going to, put the old hot dog in the old bun there, just because you're going to do all those moves, doesn't mean that you should promote that person.
Right.
These are all just a theory. I don't even know if people can understand these innuendos here. But I'm just saying, just because that's what you're doing, right? Just because, you're doing a little, just because you're, doing that doesn't mean that you should promote that person. But when people do that, all of a sudden, hey, and by the way, you're the one making this awkward. You're the one out there promoting your partner. I'm not the one doing that. You're the one. No, not you, the listener. I mean, your friend. Your friend is making this awkward because you know what I'm talking about. He got a new girlfriend. All of a sudden, she's a secretary. Now, all of a sudden, she's in charge of accounting. Just because they just met, all of a sudden, she's in charge of the sales. That's not a good move. It's not. It doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense. That just does not make sense. Don't do it. You hiring or promoting your sexual partner into a position of leadership just because of the benefits of your sexual conquests makes zero sense. And that is 65 super moves that you can use to free up more time in your life. If you say you don't have enough time to get things done, buy that book on Amazon, download it, circle the moves that you can use. I guarantee you that by implementing just 2 moves in this book, just 2 moves in the book, you can save at least 5 to 10 hours a week by implementing just a couple moves in there. There's so many good moves. Just go in there, find the super moves that you can use, implement them today, and you will find the time you need to get things done. My name is Clay Clark. I'm a father of 5. I'm happy to be alive and happy to be with you on today's show. And we like to end every show with a boom. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom.